Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin and I'm the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love. I am also the author of the brand new book, Twin Flame Union, 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey. The links to get that brand new book are below, and this will help you, especially if you are stuck on your twin flame journey. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, twin flame romance, general readings, life, path, and purpose. You can book that at my website, michellefondinauthor.com. Welcome to Twin Flame Guidance, where I guide you on a twin flame topic to help bring you clarity and insight on your twin flame journey. This week, we are talking about your divine masculine twin flame is a superhero. And I tried to wear colors that represented kind of superhero clothes, although I'm not a divine masculine, I'm a divine feminine. But you know, the theme of it all. But I want you to just take this seriously for just a moment. And I am hoping that these words that I'm about to utter to you can provide a shift in your mental state if you've been very frustrated with your divine masculine twin flame. So it came to me because recently I was listening to a coaching session that I had back in 2019 when I was kind of starting on the twin flame journey. I'd been on the twin flame journey for a little while, but I would say it was pretty much toward the beginning of my twin flame journey. And there was one sentence that this coach said to me in this one coaching session that I had that made all the difference. And she said to me, your divine masculine, in particular, my particular divine masculine, is overcoming cultural obstacles. In other words, he came to this earth to sign up for that. He signed up to overcome these cultural paradigms in the culture that he was brought into the family that he was brought into, with the cultures of his family that he was brought into. And that led me to really think about things. And we think as divine feminine twin flames that our divine masculines, because they are the loves of our lives, because they are someone for whom we have this unconditional love, we have this soul connection, we have this divine destiny, we tend to think of them more in terms of a 3D self in a regular relationship. And what I'm about to say to you is that this is not a regular relationship. That if it were a regular relationship, then yes, the behavioral patterns that your divine masculine has displayed in front of you, they could be cheating or addiction or the runner-chaser dynamic, or it could be just general egotistical behavior or not going deep into their own feelings or not regarding your feelings. If we're dealing with a regular old relationship, a regular, normal, run-of-the-line 3D relationship, of course, on the surface, it would appear that that's really not the relationship that you would choose. Hopefully, right? Hopefully, that's not the attitudes that you would choose. That's not the personality type of the person that you would choose to be with. And so if you look at it through that lens, then it would stand to reason that you would be really frustrated and upset with your divine masculine because they're not morphing and changing into a higher level person that would match the spiritual development that you happen to be going through. But the shift that I'm hoping you will make through this video is that your divine masculine, in their right, in the way they showed up into this world, they really are superheroes because these divine masculines have adopted some of the lessons that are the most grandiose of humanity. And they agreed to this before they came. They agreed to come into families, cultures, religions, socioeconomic statuses or whatever it may be, so that they could work through these major issues of, for example, cultural inacceptance. Like that would just be one example, or gender inacceptance. So if you think about it, they really signed up for some huge work. And when I personally realized this, and it took me a while, I didn't realize it back in 2019 when I got that reading from that one twin flame coach. It took me several years to really come to terms with the fact that my particular divine masculine and your divine masculine signed up for something much bigger, and that the homework that they took on in this lifetime has very little to do with them not complying to be what you want for them to be in a relationship. And it has more to do with the world at large and what God wanted them to do in order for the world to change. And so in that way, they took on the work of a superhero. Now, to illustrate, I just want to give an analogy because I love giving analogies, and you guys know this. But I was thinking about this in that life is but a stage and we are but mere actors. I think that is Shakespeare, but it really is. Life is a stage, and if you can look at it as life is a play or life is a movie, and we choose to take on roles in a movie or a play, if you will, in our own lives. And someone has to take on the role of a villain. Someone has to take the role of a superhero. Someone has to take the role of the lover or the person who you have a liaison with. So all these people have to take on certain roles in your life, and they have signed up to take on these certain roles. Just suppose that you have an ex-spouse who treated you really poorly, or this was just a horrible marriage or a horrible connection, and you are continuing to blame this person in your present moment because of something that happened in the past. And what you must realize, and this is going to bridge over to the divine masculine, but what you must realize is that spouse, that long-term partner, romantic partner, signed up to be that person in your life so that they could teach you those certain lessons and show up in a certain way to help you come to some sort of realizations so that you could be stronger and you could sustain your own spiritual growth. So think about it this way. Your divine masculine, really, this is not about what they are doing to you or what they didn't do for you, for example. This is more about what they signed up to do in their greater work as a superhero to help stretch out those paradigms that are very confined. We have so many outdated paradigms in this world today that are just very strict, and they're really constricted. And divine masculines especially have chosen to take on these greater tasks to bust through those constricted paradigms. And so sometimes when your divine masculine is talking to you and it seems like they're rejecting you, but they're not really bothering you, right? They're more just like rejecting you, and it's almost like they're going off into their corner to do their own thing. It's because in them, they actually know that they have this work to do, that they have a lot more work to do in order to get to the place where they feel comfortable enough that they've freed up the burden of this work so that they can come back to you. And also they have it in them where they understand that you as a divine feminine might have this work too within you, that you need to transform and change. And so they will go away because they understand this on a very subtle level, but they do understand that you're not done yet. And so they will step out of the way like a superhero. They will actually step out of your way so that you can do the work that you still need to do. So instead of blaming your divine masculine, instead of judging your divine masculine, instead of saying, oh, why don't they do this or that? Or, trying to manipulate or control them in any way, either subtly or overtly, just know that they are very evolved souls that came here to do a work that was going to help to transcend consciousness worldwide. And that is the work of a superhero, is to raise the standard, raise the bar. And that's what they showed up to do. And I know you don't understand this if your divine masculine is doing things that you don't even think are moral, for example. But the reason they came here and the reason they are your soul counterpart is because they are as evolved as you are. And so it's really important that you understand that in order to accept them fully, in order to embrace them fully, in order to stop judging them and shaming them and making them feel guilty for not being in the same place as you are right now. Because if they're not, it just means they haven't completed their work yet. And that the work that they particularly signed up to do in this lifetime. So food for thought, twin flame. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for supporting my YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can join a boot camp or meditation course. You can also join my group coaching. The link is below. And I will see you in the next video.